Hi guys, welcome to another video vlog by Diminias. And today we are in Minecraft FTB on the New World Discovery Club. So, things are kind of loading up slow for some reason. I have no idea why. I'm just going to let them res in. So this is attempt number 2 for me, trying to record. I got about a quarter of the way through. Well, I got a half an hour recorded, and then I went back and looked at the video, and it stopped recording after about a quarter of the way through and just locked up. So here I am having to re-record everything. So I got nothing planned for you guys, actually. I'll show you around and kind of show you some of the new stuff. Man, indigestion. Sorry, guys. But there's not a lot. I mean, you can see we kind of added some stuff here, and this is kind of new. And Carol gave me a project to do, which I was grateful for because that's kind of what I'm looking for. I got no direction right now. And as a person who has no direction, I struggle with goals. I struggle getting things done. And if I have a goal, I'm very, very, very good at getting it done. But with no goal, I kind of struggle and say, well, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But either way, guys, let's see here. You know, one of the reasons I got really nothing planned for you guys, like I say, I got no goal. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I've been feeling lately. Oh, this is new. Looks like a sorting system. Oh, he's got a quarry set up somewhere. Yeah, using a tesseract. Said he was going to do this. I don't know how much lag this is going to cause, but it looks like it's doing okay. That's cool. But anyways, guys, I wanted to talk to you about how I've been feeling lately. And this isn't going to be, you know, one of those serious, oh, I'm depressed type talks. This is just one of those things where, come on, what is up with you? I wonder if that's no, I was going to say that ain't like that. But either way, I am feeling a little bit blah. And the reason I'm feeling a little bit blah is because I just got nothing to do. I feel kind of lost in my games. And the reason I feel lost is mainly because I just, WoW is kind of blah at the moment because Team Ho, the raid team I'm involved in, we are not doing so hot. We're actually, I mentioned this to somebody the other day, is we're dying a slow death because people just aren't showing up. So, you know, I guess it's kind of people are tired of it, and maybe it's time to give it up, and maybe I'm one of them. I don't know. You know, I don't want to sound all emo about it because I love WoW. WoW is one of the best games I think I've played in a very, very long time. Well, I would put it up there as it's one of the best games you're ever going to play. You may not play it for long, but you are going to see how good it is. And you're going to play it for at least a period of time. I mean, even my brother played it, which my brother's not even into MMOs, but he played it just because, you know, he heard about how good it was, tried it. I think he even said, yeah, this is pretty fun. And, you know, he gave it up after a while, but he made it to like level 60 something, I think. So it's kind of one of those things like, you know, what do you want out of a game and stuff like that. But I'm just kind of chilling out today, guys, so I hope you didn't expect me to build much or do anything special for you guys, because I'm so blah about this game even, it's not even funny. And I think the reason that is because, you know, maybe what I should do is make a bunch of mob pads and just build a giant mob spawner. That ain't a bad idea. So let's clear this all out. That's how bored I am. I'm just gonna make a mob spawner. So, you know, really, I'm not, you know, this is usual for me. I run into these periods where I just need a break from the game or stuff like that. So, and that's where I'm at. I just need a break. And even FTB, you know, if I don't have a goal in FTB, I'm in for a long day of playing that game too. So it's kind of I'm not sure where to go. So this is like the first time I've ever even considered making a mob spawner. So you guys are probably gonna go, okay, interesting. There's a cave system down here. Fuck that, I'm gonna explore the cave. See how whimsical I am right now? But anyways, like I say, in a while, the raid team looks like it's gonna die a slow death, which is unfortunate, because I like the people I'm raiding with at the moment. It's just, I wish we all had a little more time. Some of us are in school, some of us have jobs, some of us are just blah, like me. But I guess the things I've been doing to kind of take away the boredom from, well, I haven't been gaming. Let's just put it that way. I've been actually doing Bitcoins just because I can. I've been interested in them for a while. I never really took the time to learn about them until just this week. And so I decided, okay, it sounds like as good a time as any to get into it, because the exchange rate was 260 to $1 US. 260 US dollars to one Bitcoin. Which, you know, yeah, I understand that you know, that's subject to change, and it of course did. But it is still cool to think, you know what, all I need to do is set up my computer to run a little bit of stuff, and it's gonna just kind of take care of itself, and we'll be able to mine some cash out. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now. It's just kind of, well, kind of working my hardware for once. Because I don't think I've ever pushed my graphics cards beyond like 5% load. So, and it's funny because I pushed them up to 100%. I push them consistently to 100% when I'm mining Bitcoins. And I didn't realize it, but I do have a heating issue. You know, but that's because I never got close to their potential, because the hardware so outclasses the software right now for most games. And I'll tell you the reason why that is. It's like that. Is that an ore? I can't see shit. Okay, it's coal. And the reason that is because the consoles are so far behind, it's not even funny. The reason consoles are so far behind is just because they're trying to maximize their profits, the companies are. And I can't blame them for that. You want to get the most out of a set of hardware that you've developed. There's no doubt about that. It's just, at some point, why don't you lead the way? And consoles never have led the way, except back when, you know, Atari, Nintendo, when they were first pioneering video game. That's the last time they were really innovative. When the PC started appearing on the scene, the PC really drove the development of hardware. It wasn't the console. The console at that point said, okay, we're basically competing against this other form of content, which is computer gaming. And this other form of content happens to, have a problem. And that problem is, okay, PC needs very nice hardware to run this. This is back in the early 90s when, having a large hard drive wasn't really viable. Having I need some more chess, so let's make some chess. Having a nice graphics card was kind of a luxury. It wasn't the norm. Let's put it that way. So then in the mid-90s, computer hardware did start to advance at an incredible pace. And what that did is it also discouraged PC gamers or gamers from using a PC. And the reason I say that is PCs were tough to keep up with. Developers were using, trying to keep up with all this stuff, which is great. They should try and keep up with it. I have no qualms about that. But that created a problem, and that problem was basically that you needed to get better hardware every few months in order to run some of these games. And that just wasn't possible. Then in the early 2000s, when AMD and Intel really started competing, that pushed the hardware to the next level. I mean, it started with the processors. It started going to the graphics cards, which is great because it pushed graphics to the next level and beyond, in my opinion. And that's about the time you saw gaming consoles like the Xbox come out, and the PlayStations and stuff like that. And that's good stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to bag on consoles just because they don't lead innovation. What the consoles continued to do was offer a stage, a set environment where developers could say, okay, this is not going to change, and if it does, it's still going to be compatible with what we have now, which was brilliant. It made things easy for the developers. But at the same time, these same developers realized, hey, we can just port these games to the PC and we don't have to worry. We just have to make slight tweaks to the program, and all of a sudden we've got a viable game on both the PC and the Xbox and the PlayStations, on all these platforms. So we can start selling these products as more universal instead of exclusive, which, is another way to drive profit and, to really improve your company. That's what you need to do. You need to drive profit. You need to be able to make games for a long period of time. Now, the problem with this approach is you just took the development and the hardware out of the equation, basically. Because you ported that game, the newer hardware gets ignored. And now we're at that point where, we've got next-gen consoles coming, and you look at the PlayStation 4 and the specs that they're advertising, they're good, but they're still not as good as the best computer. And they never will be, unless something changes. And the reason I say that is because they're looking to create a cost-effective solution that plays at a reasonably high level. And the way they do that is they take older hardware, they enhance it as much as they can with the drivers and whatnot, like that. And that's great, and it works, but it doesn't drive innovation. Oh, Jesus, I didn't even hear him. And I'm lagging again. So without that drive to innovate, I truly, it's disappointing that the hardware for my computer never gets pushed beyond 5%, just because, one, it's a badass computer, two, and it's a couple years old, and it's not, anything too special anymore. If I went with a Core i7, I could blow this system away as far as performance, but would I ever use it in a game? Fuck no. Not even close. And that's one reason why when I got my refund this year, my tax refund, I said, well, this is all great, and I'm going to build a computer. And then I started looking at hardware and going, this is great, this is all good stuff, but I don't see the point. It's not much better than what I have. So I might as well just keep running what I got until I see, until this, either the hardware deteriorates and becomes a problem, or when I just feel like doing it. So I didn't mean to make this into a whole big lecture on how consoles are holding back PCs. That's by no means what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is that I wish consoles would innovate a little more instead of taking older hardware and making it something different. We have these low-cost platforms like ARM and everything like that are going to be big players in the next decade. There's no doubt about it in my mind. It's just we have these old video game developers that this is what they're used to, and that's what we're going to keep giving them. So, guys, it's been about a half an hour, so I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble about how consoles and video games are really not innovating these days. It's just kind of blah, kind of like my gaming right now. So I hope you guys appreciated kind of a talk about what you can expect from maybe the next gen consoles and from the future of consoles. Granted, I didn't talk much about the future of consoles. I was more talking about, in general, just how hardware is so far ahead of the software because of consoles and their lack of innovation. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I don't care. Give me a thumbs down. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, comment. Give me some feedback. Let me know why I shouldn't be blah in video games. I don't know. But I'm going to call it a video. Take it easy, guys. Bye.